Megan, and welcome to the very first edition of the W-OLGC TV News. Let's get started with Pat, who's going to tell us about kindergarten and first grade.
That's right, Megan. The kindergartners went to the Morristown Fire Station and learned how to stop, drop, and roll, and to call 911 in case of a fire. Firefighter Greg put on his firefighter clothing and equipment. He wore his mask and tank so the children could be familiar with how he looks and sounds. The children learned not to be afraid if a firefighter comes to rescue them in their home. On October 20th, the kindergarten classes went pumpkin picking at Johnson's farm. The first grade is planting seeds to observe if they grow into plants. They are also subtracting with Cheerios. And making bar graphs out of M&Ms.
Sounds delicious. Let's head over to second grade because they're also learning about graphs with Nydia.
True, Megan. Learning the graph in younger grades helps them when they're in the upper grades and they need to make graphs like this. In ILA, the students are working on grammar. They are learning all about nouns and verbs. In science, they have been learning about animals and their habitats. The third graders have been doing exciting stuff too. In math, they made up a fun poem to help them memorize their rules. They are also looking forward to counting money in the next chapter. In ILA, they have been reading a reader-seater from their Storytown book, in which they brought in props to reform. In religion, they are learning about Jesus' public ministry. They also just watched their classmate make his first Holy Communion at Eucharistic Day Mass. Like second grade, in science, they've been learning about plants and animals. Fun fact! Did you know a turtle carries his house on his back?
Hey, I can never do that. My house is too big. That sounds like a crazy Judy Blume novel. Speaking of Judy Blume, isn't that what they're reading in fourth grade, Anthony?
That's right, Megan. In fourth grade, they're reading a novel, The Tales of Fourth Grade Nothing. They also just learned about the elements of descriptive writing and have written their own original Halloween creative writing essay. They are learning how to round numbers up to 6 digits and how to use mental math strategies in math. They enjoy playing Jeopardy games on Thursdays.
Welcome to this amazing commercial about an amazing raffle for Thanksgiving. It's all movie themed, containing tons of candy, popcorn, an airhead pillow, and tons of things that you can bring to your AMC movie experiences. Now let me say that for this raffle, you only have to bring in I repeat, $1. Yes, for all of this beauty and wonderful things, you have to bring in $1 to grab this basket. So please, bring in your $1 and you can get this amazing basket. Back to the studio.
In 5th grade, the students just finished their spiritual treasure chest, where they put religious items that are special to them in a container. In social studies, the students are having fun learning about early Indian tribes, such as the Lenape and Cherokee. They also recently did their latitude and longitude projects, where they built a model of Philadelphia. In math, the 5th graders are learning about long division.
That's very important to know for the upper grades, and I should know that. Speaking of upper grades, let's head over here with Caleb to talk to us about middle school math.
That's right, Megan. In 6th grade, they're learning about number theory. 6-1 and 7-2 will be learning about proportions. 7-1 and 8-2 will be learning exponents and roots. 8-1 will be learning functions. Mrs. Burnham hopes all students are studying.
That sounds like a lot of work. Speaking of a lot of work, here's Nick, who's going to tell us about science.
That is absolutely correct. The 6th grade is learning about plate tectonics and Earth's interior, including mountains and volcanoes. The 7th graders just finished their chapter on weather and are moving on to climate. The 8th graders are covering fossils. In ILA, the 6th grade is beginning to work on a fractured fairy tale, which makes them have to change an original fairy tale into their own style. It will conclude with an art project given by Mrs. Chris. The 7th grade is using Study Island to take tests, and they are reading Rikki Tikki Tavi, a famous short story by Rudyard Kipling. In 8th grade, they are beginning to write 5-paragraph essays and are learning about pronouns. I hope they do well because writing essays is important in high school.
Wow, Nick, I hope I do well with all that writing. Well, that's it for this month's edition of W-OLGC TV News. See you next month.